I watched my girlfriend marry someone else while we were still dating. A few years ago, I had been dating my girlfriend for about 6 months. Everything seemed normal except for one thing. Sometimes she'd disappear for a day or two and come back with a vague excuse about work or family. I never thought much of it. One weekend, a friend invited me to a wedding because he had an extra seat. I agreed and showed up expecting free food and a boring ceremony. Then, I looked at the wedding program. The bride's name was my girlfriend's. At first I thought it was a coincidence. Then, I saw her last name. My stomach dropped. I immediately started calling her, but she didn't answer. A few minutes later, the ceremony started. Then the bride walked in. It was her. The woman I'd been dating for 6 months was about to marry another man. I sat there completely shocked while she walked down the aisle and said, "I do." After the ceremony, I pulled her aside and demanded an explanation. The second she saw me, she knew she was caught. She admitted she had been engaged before we met. The wedding had already been planned, but she no longer wanted to marry him. Instead of ending the engagement, she kept delaying the conversation and started dating me. Apparently her plan was to figure it out later. While she was explaining this, her new husband walked over and asked who I was. Nobody answered. The silence was enough. Within seconds, he realized exactly what was going on. What followed was absolute chaos. People were shouting, family members were arguing, and the reception basically fell apart. A few days later, I found out he was already trying to end the marriage. To this day, I still can't believe I watched my own girlfriend marry someone else while we were still dating.